it's a beautiful day, and thank you all for joining us. This has been a long, long day, or a long wait for Clarence for this project. And I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. But special thanks to MLA John SLATER. Thank you for coming out. For Ron HOVANES, Mayor of Oliver, Mayor Stu Wells, the councillors, and all of you to come here and celebrate this big day. What's been a long wait, but we're here. My name is Chris Scott. I have been involved in this project and some of the other band's projects for quite a few years, and it's an honor that I was asked to come and be your MC. Bit of history. In 1962, Chief Manuel LOUIE teed off for the opening of this golf course, what was called back then Cherry Grove. And the Eisenhutts, I don't know if there's any of the Eisenhutts that are here today, they leased it for a period of time, and then the Martins took over. And then in 1994, the band took over the 9-hole golf course that's behind us. And just talking to Diana over there about a fellow there that many of you know, Grant Montgomery. He ran that course for a long time. In 1999, a number of band members, including Tony Baptiste, Sam Baptiste, Dave George, a number of other ones, approached the council and said, we have an idea. We want to take the 9-hole course and we want to make it into an 18-hole course, and we want to expand that out and make it into a real championship course. So the chief and council at the time said, let's do it, but Clarence called me into the office and he said, now Chris, you know about golf courses, not that I'm a golfer, but you know that this is about a real estate play. So 12 years later, roughly 12 years later, in 2001, this golf course is opened up. 12 years later, we have made the real estate play come about. So if I could ask Chief Clarence LOUIE to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Chris. I want to thank everyone for coming out here today to celebrate this important day with the Osoyoos Indian Band and our partners, Bellstar, and it's too bad Ed couldn't be here. I think he has a playoff shiner. And Glenn Harris, thank you for being with us today from the GGC Corporation. This is the first time that I've been able to witness a project done between 3 partners. Usually it's 2. This is the first time we've been able to do a partnership where there's 3 people, 3 companies, the Osoyoos Indian Band Corporation and Bellstar and also GGC. And as most people realize in the golf industry, without a residential development, you have to have a residential development to go along with your golf course. And I've had the opportunity to see some real first-class residential projects put on Indian reserves around golf courses. And I know to the town of Oliver, this project is going to bring some hundreds of people to move to Oliver. And I want to thank the first group of buyers. I understand some of the buyers are local buyers, which is so awesome to see. Some people from Oliver and Penticton or other places in the valley have decided to spend their hard-earned money and to buy one of these units here. So I want to thank all the buyers for believing in this project and being part of this project. And once we start this build-out, we hope to see more improvements being done on the golf course. You know, all the little touches that are needed to have a first-class championship course. So this isn't just about a housing project. It's going to be about upgrading Nk'Mip Canyon to where it's going to be a wow. And we look forward to developing our side of Tuckalnuit Lake and to be having not just a housing project here, but also lakeside suites, restaurant, wine bar, spa that will be part of the project as well, that will add to the addition of our clubhouse up there. And I know we're in competition with Fairview and Osoyoos, but it's a good competition. I think we're going to up the bar, and we'll see what Osoyoos and Fairview does. So with that, I want to, in our language, thank everybody for being here today. Thank you.
Clarence said it all. You know, he talked about partnerships and business. And GGC and the band and the town of Oliver and Bellstar and the town of Osoyoos and the province has helped too, not basically on this project, but we've certainly contributed. The correctional facility that Clarence was instrumental, Clarence and Chris, instrumental in getting for the community. It's going to keep our schools open, make the hospital more viable, hockey rinks, golf courses, because it's going to bring more people here. And I think some of this housing that's going to be available will be able to be used by people that are coming to Oliver to work. And I really congratulate what they've done, and keep up good work, and thanks very much.
Thank you. First of all, a little bit of a broken record coming from me, but I am so proud of the Osoyoos Indian Band. The town of Oliver is. We're very, very proud of all of your accomplishments. What is good news for the Osoyoos Indian Band is good news for all of our communities. You've created so many jobs. You've been a huge economic engine for the area. On a personal note, my own daughter put herself through 2 years of university by working at the golf course. You know, your success really is our success. We're also proud of the partnerships that we have with the Osoyoos Indian Band. I sit on the regional district board, and I hear of communities struggling to reach first-time agreements with their neighboring Indian bands, protocol agreements, service agreements, and I think of all the things that we already share and all the things that we can build on. And so this is a very proud day for you. And in the town of Oliver, we congratulate you, and we congratulate your business partners, and we wish you all the success in the world. Thank you.
Of being adjacent to two communities, Oliver and Osoyoos, if I could ask Mayor Stu Wells to say a few words. We'd like to surprise our guests.
Thanks, and I guess I'd just like to offer huge congratulations to the Osoyoos Indian Band and the town of Oliver. This is the start of an economic driver. We've seen it a little bit earlier. We certainly have benefited as a town and as an area. So this is going to be a big impetus for Oliver and getting it going. And when I speak about getting it going, the South Okanagan has really got the energy. We've got the effort, we've got the work, we've got the performance. This is really coming together. Oliver, Osoyoos, and the Osoyoos Indian Band. I see people working in both communities and coming back and forth. I shared a microphone with Mayor HOVANES earlier this morning, and he started talking. There were some other dignitaries there, politicians from a little bit further north. So Mayor HOVANES used the phrase the true South Okanagan, the real South Okanagan, everything south of McIntyre Bluff, and I like that, and I'm going to use that because truly this Oliver and Osoyoos, we're going to do a lot more sharing in the future than we have in the past, and that's a real good thing. And to be a part of the Osoyoos Indian Band Ventures, that's a wonderful thing. All the success. Thanks a lot.
Morning, everybody. Thanks very much. And thank you, Chris. It's too bad Ed isn't here, but between the three of us, Chris Scott, myself, and Ed Romanowski, we were the three main drivers to put the project together, and it's been a real pleasure. I've been coming up to the region for almost 7 years now. My first start was the Watermark Beach Resort Project in Osoyoos. And I love the wine, I love the golf, I love real estate. And it was a great pleasure as we were wrapping up the Watermark project to be invited to participate in this project actually invited by Chris Bauer and Ben Manziuk, and soon join Ed and his team at Bellstar to do what I think is a fantastic project here. We're standing on the first phase of this project, and it's been alluded to that there are other future phases coming. This is an important phase, and we're pleased that you're all here. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris. On behalf of Bellstar, we're heavily invested and heavily committed to the South Okanagan because we believe that it's a special place, and we also believe that since 2008 it's been a little bit tough, but there's some exciting times ahead, and we talk to people every day. And you watch, I think the next 20 years, 15, 20 years, you're going to see, starting now, for that period of time, you're going to see a little bit of a boom in the South Okanagan. And most of the people have been thanked already, so I won't go through that again. I want to thank Susan as well again for her dedication, our manager here at Canyon Desert, and soon we'll open this show home, and I invite you all to come through and have a look at what we've started. I also want to say a special thanks to the early purchasers, the ones that show the faith and the confidence in what we're building, and I assure you that we're committed to building a quality product, and I think that you look at what we've done at Spirit Ridge, and we're just getting started here, and we're all excited to see how this unfolds over the next couple of years. So thank you. I also want to speak for a moment to our partnership with the OIB. I've said it before, I'll say it again. They're the Osoyoos Indian Band, the council, and the members are not just responsible for changing the landscape in the South Okanagan, but they're setting a precedent for the world. I got a call just last week from another band that's trying to do some development in the northern part of the Okanagan, and I think Brian Titus had put him on to me, and he couldn't believe that what the Osoyoos Indian Band has done. They're trying to do some development. He said, "You have no idea how many hours I've spent." He says, "And I now have absolute, unbelievable admiration for what they've accomplished." And it's true, what they've accomplished and what they're set to do in the next coming years are truly exciting. And he was, I just got to say this, Clarence, that he was totally beside himself that somebody as recognized as the OIB would take time to help them. And that speaks volumes for what you're doing for the other bands. It's not just setting a precedent, but taking the time to help them and share your knowledge and your wisdom. So for that, we thank you, and we're honored to be your partner. And thank you all for coming out today.